No. You see that, chat? So, Dubai chocolate, which I found out about, I knew it was like, I'm kind of new to it, is Dubai chocolate. This has light, like vertical lettering, Dubai style chocolate right on the edge there. And or from the name brand, it's from B-Max, whatever. It's pretty good. It's a little rich. It's a little rich. I can't eat it all the time. I kind of prefer like that Alpine chocolate by what is it called? It's like the milk chocolate. So good. Yeah, but who makes that? It's like it's by like Ritter. Yeah, Ritter Sport Alpine chocolate. That's delicious. If you wanted to like come up with what's the best chocolate milk, it would be from Alpine chocolate. It's just so like dark chocolate can be a little much, a little heavy, kind of like drinking a Guinness. The Alpine milk chocolate in like a milkshake or something, or like an ice cream. Oh my god, it's so good. That actually would be a good ice cream. You go get like vanilla bean and get the Alpine milk chocolate bars, just crunch them up. I used to do this with Oreos and make my own like cookies and cream. Delectable. Absolutely delectable. I love it. I think nandrolone, a lot of people like nandrolone, but I think it can like permanently alter dopamine receptors in your brain, unlike testosterone. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know how I feel about that. Given like estrogen can cause the inflammation if you have an autoimmune disorder, so you want to have like moderate. But I don't know about nandrolone. A lot of people go like 50 milligrams test and like 50 milligrams nandrolone, or like 50 milligrams test, 100 milligrams nandrolone as their TRT. But if you have an autoimmune disorder, it seems like it would be good. But like, do you really want to mess with your brain chemistry like that? I don't know. Like the dopaminergic like needs high, like moderate to high doses of testosterone really fuck with your reward, like risk taking, like wanting to feel good. I think that the estrogen, the oversaturation of all that T, causes you to want to like have sex more than you would, like obviously, but like it's all you want to do. Like you're too horny. It's like not a good thing. You're more willing to like have sex with a 4 on a scale of 1 to 10 and be like, that's a good use of my time. I'm going to go sleep over at her place, smoke pot with her. I hate pot, just so I can have sex with her. And that's worth it. And then like a different version of you would be like, why would I waste my time? And so it makes you wonder, is that the better lifestyle? So many men talk about being horny. Like, oh, well, I want my libido. Like, why do you want your libido to be like nonstop? You like, there's other things to enjoy. I was thinking about this. I was in the shower, like the shower thoughts, intrusive shower thoughts. I was thinking about what makes people like go to addictive behavior sometimes, to like get a break from their life, or to like they have energy to do something, and instead of channeling that into like something they want to do, they're trying to escape where they are. Washing machine. Hope that's not picking up too much. And so they don't, like the fear of failure, as it were, to do something you really enjoy and not to be able to like pay your rent. I think is part of the reason. I think part of the reason people prefer cocaine or something else, which also does not help you pay your rent. It does a lot of bad things. But that, for some reason, is easier than doing something you enjoy that doesn't have any immediate gratification. And it makes you feel bad about yourself because it's like, I can't do anything. This does not give me anything that I need other than I have an urge to do this thing that I enjoy just for the sake of enjoying, like the most childlike enjoyment. It's not for money. It's not for fame. It's not for, you just enjoy doing it. Like, I want to talk. I'm going to pick up this microphone. I want to talk. I'm not going to make any money from talking to the microphone. I'm just going to enjoy talking to chat. I'm going to say, hi, chat. How are you? What's going on? I'm not actually looking at chat right now because I don't like looking at my face when I'm talking. As I've said before, it's very, doesn't do it for me. So I just like, I think the reason people will go to like sex, strippers, cocaine, porn, I don't know, whatever, bath salts, whatever it is because doing something, also, this is another point, doing something you really want to do does not make you money, one, necessarily, does not immediately solve your problems. It nurtures your soul, and also, you're your hardest critic. So when you do that thing you don't want to do, not only do you not like get any immediate gratification or any like long-term or short-term compensation, you also may not like your performance. You may not find that what you did was good. To your arbitrary, capricious, like random, solipsistic, you're in your own world, like this completely narcissistic. Like I feel like my creative writing prompt from Reddit last night, I just didn't do enough with it. And then you're depressed because of that. And the reason why all these thoughts of like, why people avoid like doing what they're meant to do, or why people like they don't think that a career, it's practical to do the thing they want to do. It's more practical for them to go play blackjack so they have a chance of making money. It's more practical for them to get a 9-to-5 job because it makes other people happy. And it makes them feel like this is the responsible thing. It's more practical. It's more like safe or something, but not in the sense of like safe. It's like you don't want to be an outcast. You're trying to conform to fit in, but you don't really enjoy doing that. You just don't want to be alienated because you're on your own. And on the flip side of that token, if you do keep going and doing your thing, everyone's going to doubt you. And then as soon as you're successful, they come out of the woodwork and like, dude, oh, you're so amazing. That's what happens. So I saw Rick Owens' video where he's like, get over yourself. Like 3 things that he's like, don't expect the worst and hope for the best. Don't assume anyone owes you anything or the world owes you anything. Maybe something like that. And then he was like, get over yourself. I like the get over yourself one. I mean, the other ones we know or we don't know. But if you don't know, now you do. Watch Rick Owens. Rick Owens is like a homosexual fashion designer that's married to an elderly woman to give the facade of like a marriage for the sake of the art form of like a unity, kind of like a Versace thing. Like this is the family house rather than a gay house, which is weird. It's, again, like a simulation of like heterosexuality, I guess. But or a derivation or a deviant derivation. But whatever. What he's saying is true. Get over yourself. You are not that important. Nothing you do, whether you're Kobe Bryant, rest in peace, Daniel Day-Lewis, whatever, Richard Feynman, who's famous for telling people I have no fucking idea what quantum physics is. You don't either. That's what he's famous for. you know, and being kind of like fun to watch on YouTube videos if you're into that sort of thing. But you don't matter. Like, your dog loves you, your cats love you, your mom says you're the most handsome boy in the whole wide world. But there's nothing to fear, like, you fail, no one cares. No one cares. No one cares. You care, but you care because you think other people will care. They don't. If you succeed, no one cares. If anything, they hate you. And you might get off on that, like Schadenfreude. It's like the inverse of Schadenfreude. But if you make it, there's someone that's made it more than you. If you lose, it's temporary. Just as this life is. You either lose and keep going, you make it, you lose, you keep losing, and you die. That's okay. There will be people along the way that will be there for you, that love you regardless, that love you unconditionally. You're going to make a lot of mistakes. That's part of it. The reason why you're not a loser is you never gave up. Like a Thomas Edison quote. Like a reporter is like, how do you deal with all these failures? Like 107 inventions didn't work. He said, now I know 107 things that aren't the right answer. You got to keep going for the sake of your soul, not for money, because you don't have it, and you still don't have it when you're doing the thing. So those are all prerequisites. So forget the money. You have to do it for the sake of your, like, nurturing yourself, feeding whatever it is. This, like, void of, like, I have something to do. Maybe, and you're going to have doubts in your head, like, is playing Halo in my underwear really what I'm meant to do? Because everyone says I'm a loser, but I love doing it. Then do it. Dude, do it. Like, that's what you're supposed to do. Like, period. Maybe you, like, are really high aptitude, and you saw the Skyman videos of the kid that commandeered the plane and crashed it and felt like he was talking to the air traffic control that were, like, making sure he didn't kill anybody and himself, which unfortunately he did. But you like, I want to be a pilot, and your dad's like an investment banker. It's like my dad. I was like, I wanted to be a child psychiatrist. Completely over his head as to why I might want that. Fucked up childhood. And I'm like, I want to do this thing. And then your dad's like, no, that's ridiculous. You're gonna be a hedge fund manager. And it's like, no, I want to fly. I want to fly. I want to fly Steve Will Do It on charter G5s to the Bahamas. Yeah. I want to do cocaine with Steve Will Do It's Instagram girlfriends. I want to just get up there and fly. I just want to fly. I can keep the cabin door shut. I want to know that Steve Will Do It is back there banging the fuck out of like some like geriatric, like hot mom ex-porn star Kay Parker, weird taboo porn from the 80s, 70s, whatever. And I'm up front like, I got it. We're flying. We're gliding, babe. Everything's gonna be fine. It's so smooth. I've got us up into the jet stream. It's just clear sailing all the way to Ecuador, where he bought a beach house 10 years ago for 50 G's. Now it's worth like 1.2. We're flying. So go for it. Just enjoy. And there will be people that will tell you that will tell you you suck. There will be people there that will support you. But you have to do it. So when you enjoy doing something, that's amazing, because most people, it takes some time to find that. You have a vector. I love doing this thing. And people say, well, now you have to figure out how to monetize it. Do you even have to? Don't necessarily even worry about that. Just make sure you can enjoy your thing and like find a way to sustain yourself to enjoy that thing. Maybe you like to, I don't know, You like to grease up light fixtures and like the goop falls down and you say to people it's ectoplasm when they come to visit you from like a poltergeist that's living there. Maybe they're an insurance adjuster and you're like, I think I have to leave. Like, sir, that's just not, we don't really insure for that. I'm like, there's a ghost in my house. Allstate. Don't you see it? Sir, that this looks like snot falling from your track lighting. You know, what if that gets you off? I mean, you know, like that could be a thing. You just enjoy doing that. You enjoy making off-putting comments or putting people in uncomfortable situations that are not like consenting to being there because you can't hire the actors. You have no money, remember? So you just like ingratiate yourself in random people's lives, Uber drivers, whatever, and you just like make a situation that's fun for yourself in the small talk. And that could be your thing. It's been my life, you know, cable people on the phone talking about whatever, and like Uber drivers also, and random strangers. It's the best. Hate fucking someone on a stand-up comedy thing, like at an open mic, is just as hate fucking the crowd or making them scared. Not like holding a gun to like their faces, but like making them like hate you is just as entertaining. There's so much you can do. This is kind of more my speed, talking about being like a thespian or like an entertainer or something. Like I like the idea of things. My friend asked me the other day, are you really, like I mentioned this cool bed, this guy took 2 blocks of 2 rocks and he sanded them down so that each bed like angle, like at the foot of the bed, could slide into the rock. So there's just raw rocks from nature, and he made them like bedposts. And she's like, oh, you can do that? You're into that? I'm like, well, I probably could do it. I'm a pretty smart guy, I think. But it's the idea. Like, I like the idea of things. Execution, of course, is everything. But I explained to her how in the video of this guy doing this rock slab bed thing, that it was too much like a prison cell. It was too vapid, without color. There needed to be a rug. But imagine you're so focused on getting the bed done, getting the stones placed just right, sanding them down so the edges are pure, and they don't damage the bed frame from like, you know, roughing it up. It's like smooth. That you forget once you place the fucking giant stones there, like, oh shit, this is too like bland. I need a rug under here, like with some color. That's why, like, you're an idea man, you know? You don't get too bogged down into the detritus. That's why getting stuck in a 9-to-5 job sometimes is very scary, because you get stuck in like the fodder, you know? Like, you're just like, oh, I got to do this. Put my cover sheets on my CPS reports, clock in, clock out. Oh, I'm going away for like, a smoke break, clock out, because it's a very pretentious Mormon family I work for, and they like really like to are stickler about the hours. Clock out, it's 5 minutes. Well, then I went too long, so every extra minute they take, 80 cents from my paycheck. Okay, that sucks because I get $14.56 an hour. Whatever, just roll with it. Just realize, hey, all those things you worry about. They believe John Smith got the Golden Bible from the Archangel Gabriel in his backyard. They came down in Ohio of all places, and gave a former felon who was convicted of fraud like a year prior a Bible. Like, here you go. Why didn't they give it to the Chinese or some like very like highly skilled person or group of people? No. Then his wife said, "Oh, can I see it?" He's like, "Fuck off, bitch. Gabriel gave me the Bible." And somehow the Bible mentions horses in North America before the Spanish conquistadors brought them here. But whatever. That's the Mormons. And you don't have to worry about them, because you're going to focus on your future and your goals and what you want. And that job, working for them, is temporary. It's just to pay the bill so you can go home, take off your pants, maybe even take off your underwear and play Halo for hours, because that's all that matters. Let me make sure that all the things like the videos are working. Let me see. Like, you get like a point where all your tabs, you have like 80,000 tabs and multiple windows. You like your Chrome browser, your Safari browser. Who's open? Oh, Clav's going. Clav's going to a yacht party with Alex Eubank. Or Alex Eubank. It sounds like a black guy, but it's not. But it's not a black guy. Okay, so I'm up.
That's the only negative would be just for some girls, like the power dynamic, being committed emotionally to something else besides the relationship.
I think there's
as long as those things aren't present, then
I think
fine.
there's an issue when if there's a guy that doesn't have a lot of money like at all, like he's just like average wage or slightly above, and then his like girl is like significantly like 7 figures plus a year better.
Right.
That I think's like when it gets very bad.
Yeah.
Like I don't see how a woman can respect a man who, even subconsciously, like sure she could respect him for being like well off spiritually or physically, but I don't care. I think there's like a physical or a subconscious thought she can have of like not feeling like fully safe financially with someone. But I think once you're at a level where you're both like making good money, it's fine. But if a woman makes good money and she's like dating a dude who works at like the Starbucks, like I don't see that being a long term.
Yeah, no.
Just because of subconscious like issues, and I think even a man might become envious of that, which could breed like issues and resentment in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
imagine being like low-key broke and then dating a chick that like is banking.
Yeah.
I would feel like insecure.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And for your situation especially, it's even more different because, like, say a girl's making 7 figures and she has a...
I saw today on my walk this gorgeous model, like clearly it was a model, and with this guy, also good looking but shorter. So I'm like, are they model boyfriend, girlfriend? Walking their dog really early in the morning. She was just beautiful, like just dropped dead. And I was like, can I pull this girl from this guy? And I'm like, I have so many problems, like real problems in my life. Like I have people I pay, like employees and stuff like that. I had to pay to cover bonuses this year because we had these huge like I don't want to give away too much. Call them like chargebacks or something. Call them legal fees, whatever it is. I paid my bonuses to people out of my own pocket, you know. And I look at that girl, like that's the type of girl that like can get off a plane at a private airport. Like she was breathtaking. And I've dated girls like that. One specifically like that. Just, it actually like made me think of her. She passed away. And I was like, kind of like, oof, you're like at that level, just gorgeous, just like a seraphim. The seraphims were the highest choir of angels, just gorgeous. And I do agree. You should not focus on women. You should focus on what you enjoy doing, because there's always gonna be a guy that's richer than you. But also, I think women, you know, there's only so many millionaires, so like you're gonna be fine. Get to 6 figures, like get like figure out your life. You're gonna be fine. You're gonna find a great girl that could have been a model. She's not. Whatever. There's so many girls out there that are like poor. Like don't be a brokey. So what's his name again? Alex Eubank is saying is like 100% true. Like when I was fat and I had like I took $800,000 and turned into 3.3 million, and I was like felt like that was like a lot of money. I mean, it is a lot of money, but like I felt like a genius, and I was lucky. I was so fat, but I'm tall, and like I pulled a 12 out of 10. A girl so fucking hot that like we were at a bar by Georgetown University in Washington D.C. Like the college kids there, the Chads were just like nodding to me with their thumbs up, like holy shit, just like fucking smoke show. I have a picture of her. She's right there because yeah, it was serious. It's really painful when you lose someone suddenly. And then you start to think about like, okay, it's funny. The first thing you think about is like, oh, she's so hot. How could I ever find someone like that? Like, you honestly think stuff like that? She's so beautiful. Oh my God, now I'm all alone. Or like you think these things all come up in the first month. They're very like narcissistic. Other than like, oh my God, you're devastated. There's weird things like that pop up. You'll even have dreams of like her like abandoning you because your brain can't process how. This is like a grief counselor told me this. It's very common. Your brain can't process why she's not there, and you're in so much pain. So like they create like these cheating or like infidelity scenarios, and you actually wake up with these nightmares. It's like, holy shit, I hate this. It's because you're in so much pain, your body's trying to process it. Like, why did she go away? Luckily, I don't have those these days. Could be because of the serotonin syndrome and the lack of dreams. But, those are fried, I guess, or something like that. But I was just at the gym. Should I do this shit at the gym? Like have the camera? Is anyone working out at their fucking gym? Sorry, I just don't want to talk about her at the moment. I mean, I think about her all the time. But
I think once you're at a level where you're both like making good money, it's fine. But if a woman makes good money and she's like dating a dude who works at like a Starbucks, like I don't see that being a long term.
That'll never happen. That'll never happen.
Yeah, imagine being like low-key broke and dating a chick that like.
I want to see what the chat has to say. Because the chat is like, let's see.
One of these idiots you know about.
Yeah, W Myron. Yeah, exactly. It was really surprising because I thought like a lot of the red pill stuff, because I was super against like the whole pickup artist scene back. Easy.
What's Alex Eubank's cycle? I've been bigger than him.
No, we'll be good. But yeah, that's good that, how old is Shelby? 20.
You don't need like 200 milligrams of tests, buddy. You don't need it. You're not on. I don't think he's on 200 milligrams of tests. Respectfully, you probably like 120 and not eating, you're going to look like that. Like what he's retaining is like tone. You know what I mean? He's like toned, and it's like just glycogen from being on something maybe, but that's it. You know, it's like glycogen. It's crazy. I don't know. Okay, what's Asmongold doing?
Calls on Western Street for Infatada over the past 2 years have done terrible damage. Well, I don't know about that. I haven't even seen
Dude. It is improve his back. It literally looks like he's in a basement or like an attic. But I guess he does. It's part of like the shtick. It doesn't matter. I mean, I'm not. I have like a mess behind me, but it's funny. It's like he just. It's like a dark room. He just woke up and he's doing his thing. Let's see what's going on. Steve will do it's now promoting gambling on X, which is interesting. Jennifer Lawrence, she wants to obliterate all dogs. Made her see motherhood as a threat. Well, wait till you turn your kid trans like Charlize Theron. 2 adopted black children that happen to be trans. How is that even possible statistically? How is that not being prosecuted by officers or child families, CFS? Is that what it is? Child Family Services. California. Why is Charlize Theron not being thrown in jail for Munchausen's by proxy? Why isn't Jennifer Lawrence being like attacked by a group of pro dog activists and just like bite her to death? Like, what's her name? Aunt Gladys from Weapons. Like what the fuck? You're gonna kill all dogs because your stupid kid got bit? Maybe that's like you projecting I'm an amazing mother and it wasn't my fault. Maybe it was your fault. and you feel bad. So now you're trying to like all women disconnect from responsibility and say, it's dogs. It's not me. It's all dogs. It's very
dogs. It's
wow. Sorry, I went to myself just to make sure it was working. It's very feminine.
It's gonna have to get
Not taking responsibility. You know. Let's see what else is going on here. Japanese probe Kaguya discovered a cave on the moon. That looks really weird. The diameter of the hole is about 65 meters. It's not a lot. And the depth is about 50 meters. This pit leads to a tunnel under the surface. How do you know? Is this where, like, they say who are the weird flat earth people and just general skeptics of the universe and general standard physics that they believe the moon is a hologram or that it's, like, actually hollow? Like, that's one of the theories. It's very interesting. This is very deeply disconcerting. To people that are normies or just like those people are full of shit. It's like, maybe they're not. Maybe it's just like a giant alien base to watch us. They're like experiment that is us, a la like giving us magic mushrooms to expand our brains. We were like primates, like lower primates. I think the Dr. Michael McKee killing his ex-wife and her husband. She's actually kind of cute, and he seems like a good-looking, nice guy. And the ex, Dr. Michael McKee, does not look great. But I respect like following through with something. Like you harass her for years, you're really focused, and like it keeps escalating, and then you just you drive there and you like follow through and you execute correctly. You don't fuck up. You like just do it. It would be cooler if he didn't give an alibi, said, no, that was my plan. Because it just looks like, come on, your alibi is the one thing that ruins it. If his alibi doesn't hold up, it's like kind of bullshit. Maybe you're trying to give a shitty alibi to buy yourself some time because you had some other things to do. Like you wanted to have Reese's Pieces one last time before they throw you away. I don't know. Is it true the fires in Argentina are being caused by like IDF soldiers that are flying in and then so like Jewish billionaires can buy the land? Is that real? Is that what's happening? Or like innocent animals in the forests of Patagonia being killed? Like they have koala bears. I don't know what the fuck they have there in terms of indigenous life, but they're just dying because of fucking Jews that are just like, this would be good for a casino. This would be good for my summer home in Argentina. We can say, fuck you, Nazis. We take the land. It's like, I don't like that. What? Let's see. Dude, it's so weird how hormones change the way you think. It's like fucking nuts. What does that mean? What does the 33 number mean in the girl in Fallout? I like that show. Is it just the vault number? Why are they telegraphing the missile response to Israel? 500 Kyber missiles to Israel? I mean, this is just so stupid. Bro. Man. I like the old, like, early 2000s jeans that people wear. Like, guys wear jeans. They're, like, kind of, like, baggier. And the girls just look like smoke shows. I dig the old school, kind of like a young Jessica Biel. You know what I'm talking about? Like the meatpacking district back then, kind of like early 90s, but it's like early 2000s New York with the way the girls dressed. It's just so fucking hot. Like 2005 Ball Mall military jackets. There was this hot picture of Meg Ryan on Premiere Magazine when I was a kid at Blockbuster Video with her tits like just pressed up against her jean jacket. Like there's obviously nothing there, just like the side boob projected out, down the jean jacket. I was like, I also had the thing to this Tiffany Amber Thiessen fishnet picture I found on the internet. I enjoyed that thoroughly. Let's see. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Okay. Football. Austin Butler and Michael B. Jordan. I'm kind of sick of Michael B. Jordan. Can we pick another black guy? Why not? What's his name? That's Denzel Washington's son that I didn't know when I watched Tenet. I had no fucking idea that was Denzel's son. You ever get wet? Ever get wet like Kevin Costner in Waterworld? Krakow? Why can't they pick any other black guy? I don't like that these primary guys. Like Idris Elba's too old. Okay, pick anyone else. Michael B. Jordan's in way too much shit. It's like oversaturation tokenism. There's a lot of black actors. Pick anyone else. Michael B. Jordan's in everything. It's getting really old. I caught stealing Austin Butler. I'm not a big fan. I didn't care about his look and how they make him the next Val Kilmer. Kind of bothers me as a Val Kilmer Heat fan. He's going to be Val Kilmer, the younger version in Heat 2, the Michael Mann film, right? And crazy cast. DiCaprio signed on. You have what's his name from Girls that plays whatever, the guy that was in the military. He's like, yes, whatever, that tall guy. Yeah, I don't know. Jesus, dude, what are they doing? I dug the pictures of Tate when he's coming out of prison in Romania, where he's off cycle, he didn't get his tea there. Little chubby, the hair kind of not clean shaven, just popping off his head, smoking a cigar, game planning, how do we stop these fuckers? That was a fucking awesome thing. It wasn't some psyop where you have to astroturf the Tate brothers to control masculinity and the projection of that online. Clearly, Tristan Tate, if you look at the pictures, is worried, scared as a motherfucker. And in general, when you watch social media, people's facades fade. You can see the real person. Long form videos and Rogan's podcast, you can start to see people that are inept or incompetent or liars. It starts to come out. Tristan, juxtaposition with his brother, is not the same character as his brother. Andrew is much stronger. Andrew is much more I don't know, a better speaker, a better thespian, whatever you call it, entertainer, but he's also more confident. Tristan was generally worried, and I don't think it was just he was worried that his frolic, his hairdo thing where his baldness is hidden behind a fortress of hair on the outside, that was showing. He's I don't think he was worried about that. I think he was concerned that they were going to die. I wonder what product he uses to fill it in. When I was doing TRT at 150 milligrams with an AI, it'll thin right here and here. Everywhere, actually. It's kind of what do they call that? It's called diffuse thinning. It just starts to thin. And AIs, I don't know if they're great for people. You have to lower your dose. It just spikes DHT so much. This week. Oh, what's my plan for this week? I should say, like, what am I doing this week to avoid the inflammation? Tomorrow would be a 250 IU HCG dose plus 50 milligrams of tests. Now I'm going to make it like 34 milligrams of tests divided by 3. So we're going to keep the HCG, even though I would like to, split that off maybe a little bit more. Keep the HCG. What did I want to do? Yeah, I'm just going to keep it at 750 this week. So 250, 250, 250. But with the test, we're going to go over 3 days instead of 2. So we're going to match each day with the HCG. See what that does. It'll be interesting. I'm just trying to figure out this estrogen problem. I'm trying to figure out the brain fog. I'm trying to get to like the crux of the matter in terms of like, there's definitely an estrogen like precursor to inflammation for me. And that has to stop because it's a fucking nightmare. And then the rebound effect when it comes back is a nightmare in of itself. I lowered my dose. I don't care about the muscles so much right now. I just want to see my energy levels be good, my mental acuity. I want to see like where I am verbally. Clearly, I'm missing some words. His frock? Is that the fucking word I meant for Tristan Tate's hair? His frock? Maybe. But yeah, his whole flow is like fake. There's like a lot of hair. It's like the density of the hair transplant is like on the outs. It's kind of like a crown. Spiky, like Bart, but if there's nothing in the middle. Hey, man. What else is going on? Oh yeah, I want to get a new Mac when the new Macs come out. I want the keyboard depth to be good. I need a new mobile computer. And I'd like to see was it an M5 chip? Is it really that much better than a fully maxed out 2018 Mac? I don't know, but I need one. The keyboard depth on the 2018 Mac, it's such a shitty keyboard. I can't stand it. God. You know how rich you'd have to be to like fuck like a top tier girl that's like an Instagram person, like fly them in? Like, you can offer these girls like $5,000 to have dinner with you and fly them in. There are a ton of guys now that are like doing this, and you look like a poor. They like want more. It's crazy. Like, you just want like, I'll fly you in, put you up at the Four Seasons, give you $5,000 in cash. And they're like, but do I have to do anything? I'm like, I'd like to say yes, but I'm not a sex trafficker. I'd like you to like, whatever, do tricks on it, and then like make me want to pay you more money. There's some guys now that are paying like offering girls like 200 G's just to like smash it. I'm like, that's not whipped. That's like mental retardation. It's not the girl's fault. It's not even the guy's fault. It is the guy's fault. That's crazy, but it's other men's fault that are putting up these numbers for these women. There's no pussy that's worth one time $200K. The Saudi guys back in the day would like fly in Michelle Pfeiffer, give her $10 million. Like girls like that level, give $10 million to fuck them. Fuck yeah. Everything is about that shit. It's about like money and power. Dude, it's fucking crazy. The king. This is a cool picture of Princess. No, it's not Princess. It's Queen Elizabeth with all these Saudi princes, and the king of Saudi Arabia at the time sits in his chair, does not stand up when the woman stands. I think that's interesting. I think she's in her court though, kind of like deferential to the customs of Britain. But the Windsor money is not the same. It's not the same. So technically he'd be cucking himself. I respect that. That's a goat move. That's like a Fuentes thing. But I think if it was Fuentes in that situation, he would stand because it's just polite. He's more polite than people realize. He would stand for Queen Elizabeth if he was a Saudi prince or king of Saudi Arabia. Even though the customs in Saudi Arabia are that he does not stand for the woman. And even though he's Nick Fuentes and he really does not want to put the pussy on a pedestal, he would do so because of the custom. If it was in his place, maybe he wouldn't do it. Maybe he would have grace just like to make her feel comfortable. But in England, when you're a guest, you know, it's like, okay, maybe I should do that. When you're a guest, you should adhere. It's called assimilation. That's a big problem we have in this country, is that rich people don't give a fuck about communities. So they don't care about the level or quality of life for people that live in those communities. They're jet set, falling apart or becoming like some sort of third world cultural cesspool. Assimilation is kind of like a respect factor. Try to fuck around and find out with that shit. Act like a hooligan in Saudi Arabia and see where that gets you. You know? Mess around, fuck around and find out in Japan. I know Japan's had like an onslaught of some Jewry recently of like just let's see if we can infiltrate and have some multiculturalism there. But I think they're cracking down on it. I hope so, because I have yet to visit Japan, and I was hoping to see it before it turns into Chicago. No offense to the other black people that are, you know, not like that. But you know, it's not their fault. It's these other powerful people that are like pushing, you know, the multiculturalism agenda. And I'm like, there's a reason why people come from their shitty country to our country, and you know, there's a reason why we have to stay here because we want to make money. And Europe has no money. They just have rich people that like live off the interest, but they have no like tech industry. Their industrial like bases are kind of elsewhere. They just collect the checks. You know, you have like Irish inversions and stuff like this of like international conglomerates. But, you know, you come here and it's like, oh, well, the reality is that cheap labor is cheap labor. And, you know, it's a bipartisan issue. It's a Republican-Democrat issue. Republicans will like talk about immigration reform. You'll see the ICE raids online, which, you know, are designed to create a golem for the Republicans before the midterms and say, look, we're just trying to establish law and order. The ICE raid people are fucking nuts, pulling people out of people's cars. I think I talked about this on the other pod, like pulling people. Like they're assuming that you're an illegal alien, therefore the Bill of Rights doesn't apply to you. So they're going to use excessive force, and it looks so bad. It looks like they just like can do whatever the fuck they want, like they're MPs or it's like a military takeover. You know, it's nuts, and it looks disgusting. They're very aggressive. They're more aggressive than cops in a hostile area worried about their periphery and someone like retaliating against them. They're like incredibly aggressive. They don't give a fuck. Pulling people out of cars that are like American citizens that aren't, they don't care. It's nuts. But yeah, I don't know. I really wanted the Jags to beat the Bills, but that's is what it is. It's okay. I love the Green Bay Packers game. That was a lot of fun. I think Matt LaFleur will keep his job, of course. Of course he should. But management, upper management, president of the player personnel and front office and ownership are probably really pissed. They're like, what the fuck? They're even thinking, the thought came through their head, who else is there out? Just because it was like 21 to 3.5 and you let them come back and win. And it was that LaFleur was visibly upset on the sideline saying, oh my God, he couldn't keep his composure. And I felt like that energy trickled through the rest of the team. They just weren't ready to put the pedal to the metal and close out nail painting, down low brother, weird bisexual Caleb Williams. With all due respect to Bear fans, but that's what he is. I'm sorry, but no man should carry on an oversized Birkin bag. I know you're black and you're into that stuff, fashion and looking like nouveau riche, but please, a Birkin bag Not even like a crocodile one or some cool funky like Coogee one, you know, with like weird like urban like street art on it. It's just straight tan Togo leather. Give me a fucking break. That's the gayest shit I've ever seen in my entire life. What's the game on right now? Maybe I'll watch that. I never want to like talk for more than like an hour. Okay. I'm going to go watch the Eagles are winning 13-7. I'm going to watch that. Chat. Mwah. I'll talk to you tomorrow.